funny how wisdom knows no age. I know people that are even not adults that are more wise than people that are well into their adulthood. It's funny that, isn't it? Because even though you might learn how to function as an adult, you know, like just sustain yourself and become independent, that doesn't mean necessarily that you are a wise person. Like I said, I know kids that are young, you know, that are leaps and bounds ahead of people that are well into their lives, you know, past the middle age. And that just goes to show, doesn't it? Wisdom knows no age. That's why you shouldn't judge people by their age, really, because you could be a teenager and you could be way further down the path of spiritual wisdom than someone that's in their 50s or 60s, that's still like an infant in a lot of senses. I'll give you an example, just because it's fresh on my mind, and it's to do with what I'm doing at the moment. So I've been uploading videos on YouTube, TikTok and everything. I got a comment just dismissing the advice that I was giving on the video, which happens once in a while because people are jaded by all the shit that's on the internet. But doesn't mean that every single piece of information that you obtain from the internet is not of high quality, you know, or a shit quality. You can definitely find golden nuggets like everywhere, and I believe I'm one of the golden nuggets out here sharing what I have to share. So yeah, these people, I believe, are jaded against the internet because of fraudsters. And aside from that, they are also probably jaded by life and miserable, haven't achieved what they wanted to achieve with their lives, and a little bit frustrated, or very frustrated. Don't believe that you should chase your dreams, you should just settle and fit in the box. You shouldn't stand out, you shouldn't believe in yourself. But yeah, I got a comment from a guy basically dismissing the information that I was putting forward. And then I was just pacifically argumenting in favour of what I was putting out, and obviously trying to make him see that his point of view is not necessarily the fairest. And then obviously he doubled down on his egotistical idea. He ended up saying that he's, you know, he's in his 60s, and yeah, basically saying that I'm like faking it and I'm not as wise as I'm pretending to be, and which is quite funny, really, because I'm not trying to show anyone that I'm being wise or anything. I'm not trying to show off anything. I'm just sharing my truth and the truths that I've experienced in my life. But obviously that person's projected onto me some form of insecurities and I mean, he might have been tricked by someone else at some point in his life, and now he believes that everyone that's trying to put out this kind of information is someone that's going to trick him or whatever. But yeah, no, he was just saying that, oh yeah, you're winging it and you're hoping that no one notices that you're winging it and you're faking it and this and that. And then I was sarcastically saying, like, thanks for trying to help, but I don't need your help. And then he disproved any kind of authority that he may have had because he was basically completely consumed by the negative vibe that he was putting out, you know, and completely like quadrupled down on his egotistical, hateful comment, trying to put me down basically, when all I'm doing is trying to put out a good message of improve yourself and work towards your life mission, whichever that may be. Believe in yourself and don't have any self-doubt. Work hard and always aim for the best in your life. Always aim for the highest possible good. Lock that in. Lock that in as your North Star, the highest possible good. That needs to be completely locked into your mental North Star. But yeah, to then come out and say, you're pretending to be wise, I'm 60 years old, you know, like, I don't need any advice like this, people don't need this advice, they should just go out and live. It's like, yeah, but I mean, we all learn from experience and from things that are told to us, you know? And then if you get this information, for example, this is kind of giving you like an outline of things that you should then start to search for. I give you ideas when you watch a video or something like that. I give you ideas of things that you should focus on in your own life. It's just planting the seed in your mind of things that are actually important or things that are not important. But to have someone that claims to be wise just because they're 60 years old behave in such a manner, it's comical, you know, because he's being super negative. He's gone out of his way to put out this negative comment on something that I'm trying to put out as a positive message, you know, like trying to help people and that. And he's not even realizing where he's coming from at 60 years old. You still haven't developed that internal self-consciousness of understanding where your actions are coming from. You're just blaming me for the negative response that you've just had at 60 years old. And then you'll have people that are, that's what I'm saying, you'll have teenagers that are able to distinguish when they're coming from a good or bad place. And that just highlights the fact that wisdom knows no age. It's like they say as well, the lips of knowledge come to the ears of those that are ready to receive the knowledge. And that doesn't matter at what point of your life you are at. And another one that's also very good, and I like, another quote from the Kabbalion is, leave the milk for the babes and give the meat to the strong men. And it's talking about information, and what it means is the milk for the babes is the low quality information for the infantile beings that are not ready to receive the high quality information. And the meat for the strong men is the high quality information that's reserved only for those that are ready to receive it, that are willing and ready to receive it and deserve it. That's the sad truth. I've experienced it many times. Try and open people's eyes, and there's no hope. If they're not willing to do it themselves, you can't do it for them. So no matter how much you try to help others, if they're not willing to help themselves, there's no point in wasting your time. You actually get punished for trying. So it's better to just stay on your path and help yourself as much as possible, and then help those that are willing to help themselves. But first they should come forward and let it be known that they want to help themselves. Because as much as you like someone or think that they would benefit from certain pieces of information, if you are sharing that information, you might even be hindering their growth, because you're shortcutting their process. So you're doing them a disservice. So maybe it's just better to have people come forward to you, and in the meantime, work hard to always be of the highest quality in all senses of the phrase.